Oh boy. Now they want Gino Carano fired. Go figure. It, it's like the world can't get any worse with the elimination of free speech in this country. Whether it's Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram, you're not allowed to speak and say how you feel. And yes, we already know political conversations are very touchy. There's people that lost family, obviously friends, basically expressing how they feel about the government and what's going on. But still, if you have an account, you should be able to express your feelings without being censored, whether you're on the left side or the right side. Hey, you should say how you feel. There are people basically trying to get rid of people's careers because differences in opinion, which I find so crazy. I mean, hey, I was born in the 70s, so I remember when I was growing up and a kid, we expressed how we felt and we were not being censored. Obviously, yes, I know the computers weren't around, etc. You know what I mean? In the 90s and stuff when we were in school and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. We weren't being censored. You know what I mean? And the cancel culture, like the dark side, is strong with certain people. I mean, hey, there are certain people who are facing the cancel culture and basically almost on the premise of losing their career. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Listen, okay? As you can see, the person on the left-hand top corner of the screen, her name is Gina Carano, right? Yes, that's Gina Carano, okay? Basically, she's facing, I don't know if it's true, okay? I don't know if it's true, but this has come up and it's catching fire, all right? It's catching fire. Look at this. Look at this individual right here. You know, for some reason, white supremacy is very strong last year and this year, and it's only in January, okay? Look at this. Went out for groceries and an older masked white woman passing by the line shouted "fuck you" at me for no apparent reason. As I stared at her, she pulled off her mask, coughed directly at me, turned on her hair, and walked off. I don't know why this has anything to do with Gina Carano. It's beyond me. But let's skip that, okay? Let's skip that. And that's another conversation about white supremacy, okay? Just a whole nother conversation. I don't even want to touch because it's being censored so strong in everybody's opinions that it's not even worth mentioning if you're going to be immediately censored. But Gina Carano, as you may know, is very highly opinionated about a lot of situations going on, right? This is her Twitter. She's a very, very outspoken young woman. Very beautiful, may I add. But she is being torched, not by her fans, because as you can see, she has a high following, not in the millions, but despite this is basically the beginning of her career. She was a UFC fighter. Now she's an actor, a very good actor, honestly. I mean, she's gotten better. I mean, she's done movies like The Wire, etc., which were okay movies, but they weren't. It was in the beginning of her career, and she wasn't all that. But now she's grown as a good actor. Okay, not a great actor, but a good actor. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, she's very opinionated about stuff in her social media. As you can see, when you go to her social media, she opinionates about a lot of stuff. She has a lot of point of views. And people want to cancel her for that. They want to cancel her for that. They don't want her to have an opinion, so basically, they want her to be canceled, okay? They don't want her in the Star Wars film, basically The Mandalorian. Not the film, the show, The Mandalorian, all right? They want her fired from that show. They want her fired from that show. Just because she has an opinion about certain things. Am I going to mention those certain things? I'm not going to mention it because once again, there are a lot of people being censored and it takes a lot of time to do a video. So I am not going to mention any of those things just to be censored, okay? But she has a lot of opinions about a lot of certain things that's going on in the government, about the presidential race that just happened. And despite whether you agree with her or not, she should be allowed to have an opinion. She should be allowed to have an opinion. Now, listen, I understand that certain people did not agree with what happened with the most recent president that was just removed. Okay, that's understandable. But to not be able to speak your feelings about the situation without either Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube censoring you is highly wrong. And for whichever side doesn't see that as a problem, it's the beginning of the end. Whether you agree with it or not, censorship is a problem. And it's only the beginning. No matter what side you're on, you should not agree with complete censorship on someone's opinion. Because if they can do that to either the right or left side, they can do it to you. You understand what I'm saying? What happens when you have an opinion that, I don't know, I'm not going to say the government, I'm going to say the social media presidents or whatever the case may be. Let's say you have an opinion that they don't agree with, and they start censoring you. What you going to say about it then? What you going to say about it then? You can't say nothing because you allowed it to happen with the previous person. See, everything has a beginning, and once it starts beginning and, starts traction, there's no stopping it. So for any of you guys who want Gina Carano fired for her opinion, you're starting a roller coaster that's gonna be really hard to stop, because it's not gonna stop and end with her. It's gonna begin with her, and it's gonna cycle on to everybody else. To have someone fired for an opinion and ruin their career is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I mean, seriously, you're gonna have someone fired from their job because they have a difference in opinion from you? It's utterly ridiculous what we're going through right now in America. And I hope it gets better. But I hope that the people who don't want Gina Carano fired, I hope there's a movement started. And I know there's a certain individual, right? I think his name is 3CPO or something like that. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. He's starting a movement with Gina Carano, okay? He is starting a movement with Gina Carano. And I believe that if you go to her page, she wrote something about it too. Well, if you go to her page, I forgot his name. When I do find his name, I'm gonna have a link to his channel down at the bottom. You can go follow him. He's very good at what he does. 3CPO or something like that. Oh, I forgot his name. But basically, he's starting a movement to not fire Gina Carano. All right, and I believe if LucasArts is really trying to fire Gina Carano from her job, because there's a certain picture that came out that they're removing her from the picture to basically put Ahsoka Tano, which is Rosario Dawson, in the picture instead of her. So now everybody's assuming that they're trying to fire her from her job. Is that true? I'm not sure, but if it is, that Lucasfilms, you're ridiculous. LucasArts, Lucasfilms, whatever, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. And if Gina Carano gets fired from her job just because an opinion, oh man, I don't even want to see the ending result to that. I don't even want to see the ending result to that. Because that would literally be the beginning of the end. I mean, the beginning of the end. But it may happen. You never know. They did it to the last president. And yes, the last president had some issues. I know that. Everybody has issues. Even the president we have now. But hey, we got to stick together no matter who we have behind, no matter who we have in the White House. That's neither here nor there. Like I said, that's another discussion. I don't even want to have it. But if Gina Carano gets fired, you cannot see that as good. No matter whose side you're on, whether you're on the left or the right, you cannot see that as good. You cannot see that as good because you also can be easily censored if you let distraction continue and catch fire. That's all I have to say about it. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment. Keep it respectful. This is Black Shy Guy. I'm gonna start working on my channel pretty hard right now this year. It's a new year, it's a new beginning. I had an old channel, that's out the window. I started this new channel. Make sure you hit the like button if you really like this video. Subscribe even for new upcoming videos. This is Black Shy Guy anyway. I'm out. Peace.